interview with Enchantress from Kortrijk, Belgium. Can you introduce yourselves, please?
Yes, I'm Vincent, one of the two guitarist players in Enchantress.
I'm Elizabeth, I play the drums.
And I'm Jochen, and I'm the vocalist.
It's quite a while you've been existing. Can you give a short biography of the band, the year you started, when you started, the conditions you started, who started the band?
Well, we started in 2011. Tim and Frederik, our former guitarists, they were friends at high school and they decided to start a band. And that's where I met them, so they asked me to drum in it. We were looking for a bass player, but we didn't find one until Sven came along. And then we were looking for a singer. So how did we find you, Johan?
Well, the former bass player and I were playing in the same band, but that didn't go so well. So he asked me if I could join a rehearsal, and I never went away.
Can you give direct influences of the band, like similar bands that influence your sound? Also indirect influences, both musically and lyrically?
Well, I guess over the years there are so many bands that passed. Of course, we know the classics like Maiden and Priest, but also more like classic rock influences of Zeppelin, Sabbath. I guess at one time we were, when we were a little bit younger, we were then more into the obscure things that were underground, like the new wave of British heavy metal movement, Angel Witch and Diamond Heads, things like that. But nowadays it's really a broad, a huge number of bands. It's difficult to say which band exactly is the bands that.
Yes.
We were all also really influenced by the new movement of a couple of years ago, like Enforcer, Skullfist, Steelwing. That really gave us a push. We saw that the kind of music that we play was still loved.
Yes. Yeah. And also we try to make a lot of different band influences. So like we had also a Rush period, I remember, with Tim. But also Scorpions moment. So yeah, it's a bit of everything, I think.
Talking about the new movement, as you, Elizabeth, as a female drummer, I have directly to think of two bands like Action and also Skullfist. So, what is your comment about this?
Well, female drummers are the best. No, I'm kidding. Female drummers, I really love the female drummers that I know. So like Metal Cohen or from Skullfist or Action. Emily Ann was really a big influence to me, and I already met her a couple of years ago, and it was like. I was like a little copy of her, a little small girl that was hyperactive and who drank alcohol. But yeah, the female fronted, you have a lot of bands who are female fronted, but not a lot of bands who have a female drummer. And I think we should be proud of that. I think that.
Yes, of course.
So.
Well, I'm already 3 years lucky because I did like just for fun, like a portrait with Action, and it's their portrait picture is still their profile picture on Facebook since 3 years, so that's cool. Go back to Enchantress. Who chose the band name? Why you chose it? What's the meaning of Enchantress? Isn't that confusing? People thinking you're female fronted because Enchantress is a female word, so.
Who's going to answer this one?
I wasn't there in the beginning, so perhaps Johan.
It's okay for me. It's the former guitar player who chose the band name.
Yeah, Frederik, yeah.
I don't really remember why, but
I remember it.
it sounds really heavy metal.
Yeah.
It sounds old school.
Yeah.
It means it's a lady who seduces men, but also who has like magical abilities. And yeah, you can think it's female fronted, but an Iron Maiden is also not fronted by a torture device.
Yeah, but the name, why he chose that? Well, first it was he heard a song from Overlord, Night of Enchantress. That's why. And the second reason was he was after a girl that was hard to get. These were
So really an enchantress.
yeah. So really an enchantress. Those were the two main reasons. So yeah.
About your style, I listened to the new CD. I have to think directly of the old school of new wave British metal, like bands like early Tokyo Blades, Maiden with Paul Diano. What do you have to say about this?
Yeah, that's what I said. We used to listen a lot to the new wave of British heavy metal movement. Yes,
Traditional heavy
there
metal
was
also.
here this festival, Ages of Metal, that hosted the. Or that were really our bands that we're into. Also the Keep It True festival. So that's really a main influence. So I guess it's normal that we actually play something like them guys
Yeah.
also.
We try to play like our heroes, but I think we manage until now. But yeah, that's why we played. We just listened it a lot to that genre, and when we were going to a pub and we were drinking together. We also. Yeah, we turned on all those traditional heavy metal CDs, and we were singing along. So I think it's kind of like a brotherhood, or yeah, I don't know.
I also think it's not intentional.
Yeah, no.
We absorb all those bands and we just
Then we explode.
we just play what we like.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like we think about it.
No.
It's what comes
Yeah,
out.
exactly. Yeah.
Can you show us the new CD? And meanwhile, also give feedback on this. What are the reactions of the fans, and what are reactions of press? Are there like reviews already done?
Yeah, so this is our new EP Power that was released halfway August. We gave a release show there, and the response on that release show, it was in the Nast in Heulen. Club we often go drinking. They thought it was a really good release show, so that's great. But also in the press, we had some, I forgot the names now, but like on Metal Arcus, so the famous archive encyclopedia for heavy metal music. Some, I don't know, it was South America or America, a guy who thought it was really well and gave us something in the 90%. So he thought it was really good. But there were others also.
Yeah, the Belgium review sites such as metalfans.nl also reviewed us, and also a couple of others, but I don't remember actually.
I know
which ones.
we're also on YouTube, and so YouTube is a new channel in the 2000s era. So everybody can say what he likes, and we.
Or what he don't like.
Or what you don't like, and that's good. So the positive things are always there are more positive comments than negative comments, and more likes than dislikes. So this is what great. I don't know if you want to add something, Johan.
No, thank you.
I will add something because this interview is going to be on YouTube. You're on the YouTube channel New Wave of Traditional Heavy Metal. It's a really cool channel. So, what do you think about this?
Awesome. Yeah.
Very awesome, very awesome. No, that really is a great, great channel, because great, like we said, the new wave of traditional heavy metal, like Skullfist and
Yes.
Force began, but there are newer bands every year, every month, and it's actually that is a guy from South America, I think Brazil, that moved to Europe. I think now he lives in Netherlands, and it was his idea. He asked us if he could put our new Power EP on the channel, of which we said immediately yes.
Immediately.
Immediately,
yes.
yes.
Yeah, of course.
And he did it, and then like not much time, he already had more than 5,000 views or something like that. So it's a good channel, yeah. Otherwise, it's difficult to release your music. But now everybody in America and in Japan and Saudi Arabia, Dubai, but maybe they won't see it. But everybody can get to this channel and listen to your music. That's really great.
About the CD, how did you record it? Did you like home recordings or did you hire a studio? How did the process goes? There like in one take or did you like several sessions?
We recorded at Ultimate Dynamics Studios in Heulen. It was done by Pedro van Ottegem. Really cool guy. He's more like a friend, yes. He already knew us because we had a demo previously that we recorded there, but that was a fast process. Now we really took our time. He took his time to really find the sounds, the right effects to produce something old school. Good job, Pedro.
Yeah, we for this EP we really took our time. So the demo was a little bit yeah, we didn't have much time and we didn't have a lot of money. But now
Now we're rich as fuck.
yeah, we wish. We wish. No, but now we took a week for the recordings or something like that. It was a week, I think.
Spread.
Yeah, spread.
Spread.
But
It was like
it was a week.
always in the weekend. So
yeah. And the mastering took also a couple of months, with a lot of coming togethers and listening. We listened a lot to that EP, and I think I'm glad of the result, and the fans are also glad. So the work paid off. We were busy on it for a year without the writing parts. So the exercising and the studio work was a year or something like that, I think.
yeah,
That's
correct.
Where can people find this album? So I suppose the CD in a physical form and also like in a digital form. Can you maybe mention the most important digital platforms where people can find it?
Well, for now it's just on Bandcamp, and there you can either order the CD to get the CD physical, or you can also buy the tunes digital. But now we're looking into it with the distributor. It's called CD Baby, I think. There are different kinds, but you just have to choose one, and then you can put your album on things like Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. So the new. Really the new ways to listen to music, a little bit less old school, but it's good to distribute the music nowadays. That's it.
Now I come to the most nasty question, but it's like the most awesome question I always ask to everybody on my YouTube channel. Suppose you're on a desert island, you don't have internet, no Spotify, no anything, only a record player and or a CD player. You can only listen to 3 albums. So which 3 albums would each one of you listen to?
Oh, I have to start. Thank you for that.
Take your time.
No, I think that I would prefer some classics, so I'll take a Priest album. That'll be Screaming for Vengeance, because it's the best band in the world. One from Maiden, probably Somewhere in Time. And then, because I recently started to play some keyboard and I'm listening to Rainbow, I would go for Rising.
For me, on an island, I would choose, I think, Meliora from Ghost, the Book of Souls from Maiden, and Angel of Retribution of Priest. However, I really do like Tame Impala on my vacation. So when I'm lying on the beach, then I really love to listen to Tame Impala.
I really like Priest and Maiden also, but it's a little bit weird to take the same albums. So I'm gonna say some other ones because if I would go to an island, I would take a suitcase full of CDs. Taken by Force from the Scorpions, classic Uli John Roth era. The first album of Danger Danger, self-titled, best glam album ever.
He wants to party on the island.
And then I would take Maiden, Peace of Mind.
Well, I'm gonna do a fair deal. I'm gonna play the game with you. I didn't prepare like 3 new albums. I'm gonna say I never said before. I will say Scorpions in Trance. I will say Bow Wow, the second album, Signal Fire. And I will say, what should I say? Vicious Rumors, Soldier of the Night. Last question. Can you maybe add something like important things, important shows that coming out, or maybe like a clip or lyric video coming out, or whatever important you could be doing?
Well, now we're already working on new songs. So we just had our CD out, and we already working on new material. We never stop. That's the point. No, but we also looking for new shows. So if people are interested in booking Enchantress, they always can contact us, and we will play with a lot of energy, with a lot of passion, and with a lot of heavy metal portion.
So, people contact them. They're worth it. They're awesome. This interview was done by Jan Vervaeke for Jan Vervaeke YouTube, for Metal to Infinity webzine, and Jan Vervaeke Foto Film Facebook page. Give some horns or some leffe.